Day and night, I toss and turn, I keep stressing my mind. I look for
All right, let's get to it. We got a serious one here. Strawberry letter.
So stupid. You just miss
What?
everything.
The
You
lyrics
can't
of Michael
lob him
Jackson's
nothing.
I didn't.
Just be lobbing you the damn ball. Dunk it, Tommy. Dunk it, Tommy.
It's strawberry
Why
letter.
we keep lobbing to somebody that can't touch the net? Good Lord, the second one in a row. What's your short ass doing?
I'm doing the show. Strawberry
Dunk
letter.
the ball.
Oh, strawberry letter.
Okay, subject, thank you, nephew. What do
I'm
I
going to say it on the side of Michael's house.
Not your joke. It's mine. Don't do it again.
Well, say it when you're supposed to. You do the same ones all the time.
No, I don't. See, I passed on by. You're the one harping on something from yesterday. Let's go.
Who is this guy? I don't know. I'm scared. Done with the nephew.
I don't know who he is, but he another stupid person.
All right, here's the subject. What do I say to him being on the sex offender registry? Dear Stephen Shirley, a few weeks ago, I met a very nice man, and we've been communicating regularly. Through our conversations, I found that we have a lot in common in the areas of faith, family, education, and work ethic. I didn't give him my last name at first, simply because I don't give people too much information in the beginning, and I didn't ask his. We had our first date 2 days ago, just dinner and conversation. We hit it off great. Yesterday, I Googled his name, and search results returned that this man is a registered sex offender for statutory rape 7 years ago. Needless to say, I was floored. I'm a victim of sexual abuse, so it hit close to home for me. I also have a teenage daughter, and if anyone touched her, I'd be asking you for cigarettes and money orders because I'd be in jail. I don't want to judge this man until I know all the facts, but I have a hell of a lot of questions. He said he has 2 children by the same woman. The oldest would have been born around the time of the arrest. He told me that he and his ex were 2 people who tried to make something work that wasn't meant to work. He is 40 years old, so he would have been in his early 30s at the time. Was this a case where he was just being stupid and got caught up with some teenager misrepresenting her age, or did he actually prey on a child? I wouldn't expect him to divulge this type of information on a first date, but my question is, at what point do I address this? Do I bring it up on date number 2 or give him appropriate time to bring it up? Do I just tell him to kick rocks and block his phone number without allowing an explanation? Also, is there any way to see the court records for myself? Surely he's not coming anywhere close to my home or child until I know what happened. I'm just not quite sure how to proceed. Help. These questions that you bring up, they're all valid questions. You need to do some more research, talk to, the appropriate people that you need to talk to, the police, caseworkers, whatever you have to do. I have a young daughter. We all have children on this show. I just don't think this is a chance I'd be willing to take. I don't think it's a chance you should take. I mean, here's a guy who you've seen the information is a registered sex offender. There is no second date. There is no second conversation. I mean, nothing. He's on the list. I just tell you, don't be a victim and don't put your child in harm's way. You saw it for yourself. The man is on the registered child sex offender list. Come on, Steve.
I think there are several big problems looming here with this. Number one, see, it's so many angles for me to go at with this. First of all, everybody deserves a chance to get it right. Everybody make mistakes. The problem is this mistake here. You can Google him, and he's a registered sex offender. You now have to look at not only your daughter. I'll talk to you about the facts of the case and how to go about getting it. Why you talking about a second date? But notice right here, here's a huge problem. Even if you're forgiving of this man, of what he's done, Even if he has an excellent explanation, anybody in your circle of friends can Google him too. Anybody, family members, can Google him too. Employers can Google him too. When y'all go to church counseling to prepare to get married one day, they can Google him too. When people on your job find out that's who you dating, they can Google him too. Your daughter can Google him too. Your mother and father, sisters and brothers can Google him too. Your next door neighbors can Google him too. With all that, are you prepared to put that in your life? You gotta ask yourself that question, because that's going to be very real. You ain't the only person got Google. And once he registers, it affects where you live. You can't live within a certain parameter of a school. It's all types of parameters. You got to register with the police department, people in the moving association got to know, do you want that in your life will be one of the top questions. The rest of the stuff is common sense. I'll tell you what it is.
You're listening to the now, Steve. The strawberry letter, your response. Subject, what do I say to him?
I was
The sex offender registry.
Well, you went out with this man and you Googled him. You found out that he's a registered sex offender for statutory rape 7 years ago. He 40. That would mean he was 33 that he was convicted. Now, statutory rape, ain't that for like somebody younger?
Yeah, like I think under 17 years of age.
Now, once you're 33, you got to know better. See, you 20, 22, you can get caught out in that game. You 33, you got to know. Or at least you got to have enough sense to figure it out. So let's put him on the stupid list for start. Now, like I said, do you want all this in your life? Now, you got a teenage daughter. Flashback potential. Now, I don't want to judge this man until I know all the facts, but I got a hell of a lot of questions. Now, he told me to hear his ex from two people. That don't matter what he told me. He 40 years, that don't matter right there. You're trying to figure out if he was just, the case was he was being stupid and got caught up with some teenager misrepresenting her age, or did he actually prey on a child? Both of them is the same thing. See, so what you trying to look for here? Both of these is the same thing. Now, I wouldn't expect to divulge this type of information on the first date. But my question is, at what point do I address him? Do I bring it up on date number 2? What is you talking about date number 2?
Thank you.
Where you going? For your ass be a case. You need to have this conversation on the phone today if you're going to try to go somewhere with this. But there is no second date. Or do I just tell him to kick rocks and block his phone number without allowing an explanation? All right, this is where you do it. You bring it up over the phone. You ask him about the case, and could he give you documentation describing the facts of the case? Because he got it. See, you don't get this and ain't got no documentation. Did he plead out? You need to know if he pled out or if he had a jury trial. If he pled out, that means I did something. I just took whatever it was that come with it. Was there a jury? How old was the girl or boy? See, hello? How old was the girl or boy? What were the circumstances? Now, everybody make mistakes. So this registered part is kind of tough because you have to register for anything involving a sexual crime of any kind. So you're going to have to find out the case. But you don't need to go nowhere on no second date. Stay at home. You did a smart thing by Googling, not just see it through.
That's good.
That's all, too. That's what I think. How you feel about that, Tommy?
No, I think that's a good response.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Serious matter
You
right
said,
there.
what is you talking about, the second day?
Man,
I was with you.
Where you going before you mess
I
around?
mean, we all
Be a
have
damn
daughters. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, no.
First of all, dog, it's out the question.
Yeah, absolutely. We
I
have to
can't let nothing happen. No.
put ourselves in her place, you know. Okay.
Find you somebody with all that. Cause first of all, where y'all gonna live? You got all types of problems in your life you don't need over this man.
You're listening.
The lonely nights, they fade away. He slips into his white Nikes. He smokes a clip and then he's on the way. To free his mind and search her. To free his mind and search her. To free his mind and search her. Day and night. The lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone